Hi, everyone. Welcome to Becoming a Passover Expert. We're on question 10. Explain how the holiday of Passover gets the name Passover. First, make a guess. Why do you think the name of the holiday is Passover? So, we happen to know that even though we celebrate a Seder today, the very, very first Seder that ever took place actually took place in Egypt when the Israelites were still slaves. That's crazy. We know that the Seder today is a time when we remember the Israelites are becoming free and are no longer slaves. But here they were, still slaves in Egypt, but the Israelites were celebrating a holiday that would tell them and remind them that they are very soon to be free. So here's what happens. Also that night, it is the night of plague number 10. Plague number 10 is the plague that is called the death of the firstborn. And the Israelites push away the death of the firstborn by placing blood around their doorpost. Here's how the story goes. Hashem says, kill a lamb at twilight. The Israelites should then take some of the blood and put it around the door of the houses in which they are to eat it. Eat the lamb roasted over a fire with matzah and with maror. Don't leave any of it over until morning. If any of it is left until morning, you shall burn it. You can't bring it with you. When you are eating this food, this is how you should eat it. You shall dress ready to travel, have sandals on your feet, have a staff in your hand, eat your food fast. On that same night, I, God, will come through the land of Egypt, and I will strike down every male firstborn in the land of Egypt, both human and animal. And the blood on the houses where you are staying will be a sign for you, and it will also be a sign for me. When I see that blood, I will pass over you, so that no plague will destroy you when I strike the land of Egypt. This day shall be one that you will remember forever. You shall celebrate it as a festival to God for all times. 7 days you shall eat non-rising bread. On the very first day you shall remove yeast from your houses. For whoever eats risen bread from the first day to the seventh, that person will no longer be part of the Israelite people. Well, did you see it? Did you see where the idea of passing over is talked about here in the Torah itself? Let's check it out. There are those words. I will pass over you. And in the Hebrew, it is, there it is right here. Ufasachti. Ufasachti. And we see those words Pasach or Pesach right there. V'ra'iti et adam, I will see the blood. Ufasachti, and I will pass alechem, all over you. That's pretty interesting. I will pass over you comes from this word ufasachti. So a few questions before we end. Who is it that passed over the homes of the Israelites? What allowed for the passing over? Do you think that those Israelites who did not coat their doorframe with blood would have survived? What if an Egyptian saw that the Israelites were doing and decided to do it too? Do you think that family would have been saved? Who is the main causer of the passing over to happen? The angels, the angel of death, or the Israelites? Did the first Passover happen when the Israelites were already free? And lastly, should this holiday be called Passover, or should it be called passed over or passing over? Which one do you think makes the most sense? Please answer these questions in your packet, discuss them as a class, and be ready to do the final task comparing your guess with the answer you have today of why this holiday is called Passover. Thanks for thinking deeply about this question.